Hello students, welcome to Modi Children Academy. Students, today we are discussing one of the important topics, that is the temperature dependence of the rate of reactions. In CBSE or in a board exam, one of the example is definitely asked based on the temperature dependence rate of reaction, that is we also called as the Arrhenius equations. So let's start students, that is temperature dependence rate of reaction. Most of the chemical reactions are accelerated by increased temperature. The temperature, it means students, temperature increase the chemical reactions. For example, if you are the cooking food, the same ingredient, we are using the same utensil, one first and second one, right? The first one and the this second one. The first one we are using, they are cooking the food with the help of candle. With the help of candle, another we are cooked with the help of the gas stove. So tell me students, which utensil in which the reaction proceed, or you may prepare the food more faster rate, right? That is second one. The second one in which the temperature is high. Here temperature you consider only the 40 degrees Celsius. Here the temperature 80 degrees Celsius, and here the temperature you may consider here the 200 degrees Celsius. So in which this second utensil in which the food is more easily prepared as compared to the first one, because here temperature is less here. Right, students? So it means temperature increase the rate of reactions. So most of the chemical reactions are improve or increases with increasing temperature. Look at here, one of the example students. At 50 degree Celsius, decomposition of N2O5 at 12 minutes. N2O5 decomposes at 12 minutes when we are use the temperature 50 degree Celsius. And if you reduce the temperature 25 degree Celsius, then decomposition of N2O5 in a 5 hours. Decomposition of N2O5, nitrogen pentoxide, is a 5 hours. At that time 0 degree Celsius, decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide in a 10 days. So it means students, here temperature is high, so rate of reaction is also high. If the temperature is less, rate of reaction is less, right? So it means the rate of reaction directly proportional to the temperature. Temperature increases, rate of reaction also increases, right students? Okay, one more example. The mixture of potassium permanganate and oxalic acid. The potassium permanganate get decolorized faster at the high temperature. Potassium permanganate, already we know that the potassium permanganate having the dark violet color. So this violet color potassium permanganate is decolorizes when the temperature increases. When the temperature increases, it the decolors. It means the violet color potassium permanganate turns into the colorless with the increasing temperature. Right, students? So one of the example is here, one of the definition here, temperature coefficient. It has been found that the chemical reaction with rise in temperature by 10 degrees Celsius rate constant nearly by double. So it means students, when you are increase the concentration of reactant, when you are increase the when you are the when you are increase the temperature 10 degrees Celsius, the chemical reaction in which every time you are increase temperature 10 degrees Celsius, then rate nearly doubles, like the students. Here I am using rate, and here I am using temperature. 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius. So at the 10 degrees Celsius, the Sorry students, sorry, I written the wrong box, sorry. Here the temperature 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, and here the rate at 10 degrees Celsius. When you increase the temperature 10 degrees Celsius, it means the any reaction which having the particular temperature in which you are adding the extra 10 degrees Celsius, it becomes X. If you are increase the temperature again 20 degrees Celsius, it becomes 2X. If you are increase the temperature again 30 degrees Celsius, it becomes 4X. Again if you are increase the temperature, it becomes 8X, right? Or 16x, right? So it means every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, the rate of reaction also increase. At the 10 degrees Celsius, it become X. Again if you are increase 10 to 20, the X becomes 2X. If you are increase temperature 20 to 30, 2X becomes 4X. If you are increase temperature 30 to 40, 4X becomes 16X. This is a 16 student, this is 16X. So it means the chemical reaction in which rise in temperature 10 degrees Celsius, the rate of reaction becomes double. Right students? Temperature dependence of the rate of chemical reaction can be accurately explained by the Arrhenius equations. Arrhenius equation, this is Arrhenius equation, that is 4.18 equation number. It was first proposed by the Dutch chemist J.H. van 't Hoff and the Swedish chemist Arrhenius. The physical justification is given here. K is the rate constant, and A is the proportionality constant, E exponent, and the exponent of minus A by RT. So A is the Arrhenius factor or frequency factor, right, or also called pre-exponential factor, and the specific factor, and the R is the real gas, and E is the activation energy, joules per moles, right students? So how this equation arises, we will discuss here students. So take one example students, hydrogen gas. So look at here students, one example, hydrogen gas and iodine gas combine to form the hydrogen iodide. So how is it happen students? The reaction it occurs here, the simply hydrogen iodines are simply not react, they are collide properly. The collision must be required, the collision must be properly. So hydrogen here interact with iodine, and these hydrogens are interact with the iodines. So here the collision properly between the hydrogen and iodide. So here this is the old bond, right, and this is we called as a new bond. Old bond, new bond. So breaking of old bond here, it becomes weak. Strong bond becomes weak here. Strong bond becomes weak here. So breaking of old bonds and formation of the new bond. New bonds are turns into here like this. The breaking of old bonds are these bonds. Is breaking here. This bond is breaking here. So breaking of old bond, formation of new bond, and to form the hydrogen iodide from hydrogen and iodine gas. So according to Arrhenius, the reaction can be take place when the molecules or the iodines are collide to form the unstable intermediate. So when the whatever the reactants are there, the reactants, how these reactants are turns into the product, the reactant particles are must be collide properly. Hydrogen with iodine collide properly. This hydrogen with iodine, they are collide properly. So when they are collide properly, the breaking of old bond, formation of new bonds are forms in the intermediate stage. Yes, students, intermediate stage, it exists for very short time, and then it break into form two molecules of hydrogen iodides. This exists in very short term, and these are again turns into hydrogen iodide. Right, students? So here one of the graph graph is given by the Arrhenius students. Direction of reaction versus stored chemical energy, right? So here the reactant, any reactant, either you may use hydrogen iodide or simply I am using here generally R, right? So reactant here is there. So this reactant, here the energy is 0. Here the energy, students, this is also called as the energy. This we also called as energy. This is the 0 and this is also we called as the energy E. So energy 0. So energy 0, energy is here the 10 and energy here the 50. Consider the R having the 50 kilojoule per mole of energy. 50 kilojoule per mole of energy, right? So this reactant having the 50 kilojoule per mole of energy at this stage. So reactant turns into product. If reactants are turns into product, it means reactant must be require some extra additional energy. Reactants are require some additional energy, right? So that additional energy, how this reactant get the additional energy? By supplying the temperature. When you are providing this temperature to the reactant, then reactants get the energy from this temperature, then it reaches to the activated complex state, right? Students, so the you are providing the additional temperature, additional energy to the reactant, called as activation energy. Reactant particles, look at it students one more times. Reactant particles require some additional energy. With the help of additional energy, it reach into the activated complex state called as activation energy, right? Activation energy means nothing but it is the additional energy require the reactant to reach activated complex state, or you may say this state also called as a transition state. This is also called as transition state. Already seen, students, this is intermediate state, or this is also called as a transition state. So that is only the here also, this is the transition state, or you may say intermediate state, or you may say activated complex. And when it reaches into the activated complex, again it easily turns into the product P. Reactant turns into product P. Right, students, I hope you understood the what is the activation energy. Activation energy means the reactant requires some additional energy to reach into the activated complex state called as activation energy. Right, students? So this is one of the graph. With the help of this graph, we have to explain the activated state and activated complex. For example, you may take, students, I will give an example here. So in the utensils, we want to prepare the steam rice. The steam rice we are considered as a reactant R, right? And this reactant have a some minimum energy, x kilojoule per moles. So this rice itself, with the help of x moles of energy, it cannot turns into the steam rice. The rice which cannot turn into steam rice with using its energy. So we have to supply some external energy here. We have to supply some external energy here, students. By we are putting here the gas, we have to supply some external energy here. When you are putting some external energy, so this external energy we called as a activation energy. This external energy we called as a activation energy. Right, students? So with the help of this activation energy, the rice turns into the steamed rice. Right, students? Right, students? I hope you understood with the help of this example on this graph. So the rice particles, it itself, it cannot turns into the steamed rice. It cannot turns into the steamed rice. So we have to require some external temperature we have to supply. When we supply the some external temperature, it reaches to the activated state and turns into steam rice. Right, students? Okay. So this graph, what are the graphs are there? This graph, students. This graph we have to be discussed with two types of reaction. The first one is the exothermic reactions. First one is the exothermic reaction. So look at here. Reactant I am using here, reactant which having the energy 50 kilojoule per mole. Right? 50 kilojoule per mole. If it want to reach the activated state, this is called as the EA. We have to supply activated complex state. We have to supply the 100 kilojoule extra energy. Right? 100 kilojoule extra energy. So once again, students, the reactant particle having the energy 50 kilojoule. So if it reaches to the activated complex state having the energy 100 kilojoule, it means if the reactant particle will it reach into the activated complex state, how much energy extra energy require? Already it have a 50 kilojoule. If we add the again one more 50 kilojoule, this is we call the activation energy. Then it easily reaches into the this state, that is activated complex state. Right, students? Then when it turns into the, after that it turns into the product P. After that it turns into the product P. Understood, students? Reactant particle having the 50 kilojoule energy and the activated complex state EC I am writing here. Activated complex state, here it requires the 100 kilojoule per mole of energy. It means we have to supply, if it reach here means you have to supply some additional activation energy is 50. Then 50 100, then it easily reaches to the this state. This easily reaches to this state. After formation of the intermediate state, breaking of old bond, formation of new bond, it reaches into the product P. Right? One more thing. Here the reactant particle 50 kilojoule energy and the product having 30 kilojoule energy. Product having the 30 kilojoule per mole of energy. So delta H HP. So delta H, change in enthalpy, is equal to enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. The product, how much energy it have? The product enthalpy having the only 30. I am writing here 30. So I will write here 30. And reactant here, reactant already I written here 50. So write here minus 50. Right? So delta H is minus 20. Right? Delta H is equal to HP minus HR. It is HP is the 30 and this is the 50, and finally it becomes minus 20. Delta H negative means, delta H negative, that is an exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means the product which is releasing the more energy than the reactant. So that's why the delta H negative means it is more stable. The product is here, the product is more stable than the reactant because the product having the less energy. If any element which having the less energy, if having the less energy and reactant having the high energy, the product having less energy than the reactant, it means it is reaction is more stable, product is more stable. Right, students? So this I am written here also, students, you understand. Second example, students, endothermic reactions. Same thing I have written here. The reactant particle having the energy is 50 kilojoule. Minimum energy it have 50 kilojoule. And reactant particle reach into the activated state here. Activated complex state. So here it reaching, here it having the 100 kilojoule. It means the reactant, how much extra energy require? 50. This 50 is the activation energy EA. Activation energy EA. Then it easily reaches to the activated state and turns into the product. So here reactant having the 50 kilojoule per mole of energy and the product having here the 80 kilojoule. The product having the 80 kilojoule per mole of energy. Again, the enthalpy of change in enthalpy, that is enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. The product having the 80 kilojoule, reactant having the 50 kilojoule, and the delta H is the plus 30, means that is the product having greater energy than the reactant. Product having greater energy than the reactant. So the reaction is the reaction is the endothermic reactions. Right, students? So this is about the endothermic reaction, students. So sometimes this activated state, this complex also called as a threshold energy. The minimum energy required to reach the activated state, activated complex state, this is also called as a threshold energy. Also called as threshold energy. Right, students? Threshold energy. So energy required. So energy required to form the intermediate state called as the activated complex. Already we have discussed, this is activated complex. Energy required, students. Right? Energy required here. Energy required. Reactant particles require some additional energy called as activation energy. Activation energy here, student. Activation energy. Right? Already I discussed. One more time. Reactant particle having the 50 kilojoule energy and it reaches to the activated complex. It need activated complex having the 100 kilojoule. For reactant particle reach into the activated state, we have to add some more energy, 50 kilojoule energy. So this 50 kilojoule is the extra energy, that is additional energy, activation energy. Right, students? So plotting the potential energy versus the reaction coordinate again the potential energy. So look at it, students. The hydrogen iodides are here attract with each other. Here in this case, in activated complex state, they breaking of old bond and formation of the new bond like this, and finally here forms hydrogen iodide. Right, students? Okay. So some energy released when complex decomposed to form product. Some energy released to form product. So final enthalpy of the reaction depend upon the nature of the reactant and product. So enthalpy, during the formation of the product, some energy must be released. Energy must be highly released, so it is exothermic. Energy less released, that is endothermic. It depends upon the reactant and products. So all the molecules in reacting species do not have a same kinetic energy. The different reactant particle having the different kind of kinetic energy. So that's why they either they attain the endothermic or exothermic reaction, because they having the different energy, kinetic energy. So it's difficult to predict the behavior of the one molecule with the precision. The Boltzmann, Clark, Maxwell, they predict the behavior of the large number of molecules. So according to the distribution of kinetic energy, they describe the fraction of molecules Ne by Nt. Ne by Nt. Ne is the number of the fraction of molecules. Nt is the total number of molecules. So the given by the kinetic energy and the any number of molecules energy, Nt is the total number of molecules. So in the peak of the curve corresponds to the most probable kinetic energy. Okay, students, the peak of the curve corresponds to the probable kinetic energy. The kinetic energy maximum, the fraction of the molecules. So there are decreased number of molecules, the energy higher or lower than this value. When temperature increases or raised, the maximum curve move to the higher energy. Definitely, when the temperature increases, when the reactant particle are 50 kilojoule, again we are adding the again 50 kilojoule, it move to the higher levels, right? Higher level or the curve broaden out, that is spread into right, such there are there is a greater, the proportion of the molecule is higher energy. Whatever the molecules are there in the peak, so peak here, in this peak the molecule which having the high energy, because reactant R reaches to the 50 kilojoule turns into 100 kilojoule, so which having the higher energy. So under the curve the content of the since constant under the curve must be constant at the particular fixed level, the probability must be 1 at all times. We mark the position EA on Maxwell distribution curve. Look at here the graph, students. So when the reactant particles are present here, when the energy reaches maximum, here the maximum level is constant here, right? So energy reaches here the maximum level reaches. So in with this maximum level, the molecule having the high energy, whatever the reactant particles are there, they having the high energy, they having high energy, right? So after that, at the constant level, most probable kinetic energy they have here, again they turns into the respective product, the products are forms here, right? The product is forms here like this, the product is formed here, right, students? Again see the one more curve here, this curve is the 4-pointed curve, is the distribution of the curve showing the energy among the gaseous molecules. Again second one is the distribution of the curve showing the temperature depends on the rate of reactions. Here the temperature depends, here the temperature you consider as the temperature T, right? This is the T here. This again, if you are increase the temperature, again you are increase the temperature 10 degrees Celsius, then curve here. So in this temperature, in this level, the reactant particle having the most probable kinetic energy. Here at the temperature T, they having the most probable kinetic energy at this level, but in this level only, the fraction of molecule having the most probable kinetic energy, and they form the more product here, they form more product. Look at the previous graph is here, the black color shades mentioned here, black shade is mentioned in the previous graph. This is the previous graph, black color shade. What are the second graph is mentioned here, the second graph mentioned here, the area is showing the fraction of the additional molecule which having the higher temperature, due to the high temperature they forms here more product. For example, the reactant here are there, reactants are here, turns into the formation of the product is the P is 1. Again same reactants are using at the temperature T plus 10, then formation of product is P2. So here the P2 is greater than P1, the product P2 is greater than P1 here, students. So increase the temperature, substance increase the fraction of molecules, the colliding the energy, greater activation energy. If temperature increases, the reactant particles undergoes the energy increases, then energy increase means the reactant particles are collide properly, students. So it is clear, so it is the clear that diagram, the curve T plus 10, the area showing the fraction of molecule having the higher energy equal to the greater activation energy, double, leading to the double rate of reactions. So look at here, students, here the rate of reaction is less, only T, here the T plus 10, T plus 10 which giving the product is high as compared to this one, right, students? So Arrhenius has given the factor for this graph. For this graph, he given the equation, students. So the 4.8, this is the 4.8 equation. The e to the power minus a by RT corresponds to the total number of fraction molecule with kinetic energy. The ln k equal to minus a EA. Sorry, students. It is EA like this. Ln is equal to minus EA or T plus ln A. Make correction, students. Make it correction, please. Sorry for the mistakes. Make correction like this, right? Okay. So here he plot the graph between the k versus half t, the straight line according to the equation 4.19. So here the Arrhenius equation, the increasing the temperature, decreasing activation energy. We result the increased rate of reaction, the exponential increase the rate constant. Okay students, look at here. Here if in this case, if we are use the temperature T, the curve maximum, if we are using the temperature T, curve maximum means activation energy is high, high temperature is require, high additional energy require here, high additional energy require. If we are use the temperature T plus 10, then curve will require the less slope, is showing the less slope. Less slope, it means the less amount of additional energy required, or may say less amount of the activation energy required to reach the activated complex state. Right students? So, and increase the rate of reactions. When we are the increase the temperature, activation energy is less required, and the more easily form the product here, increase the rate of reactions. So that's why he given us one of the equations here students. The ln K1 is equal to minus EA by RT ln A. So this is the for the first equation 1 I mentioned here, equation 1, ln K1 EA by RT1 ln A at the temperature T. When we are applying temperature T2, the ln K2 is equal to minus EA by RT2 ln A. When we compare both equation, then what happens students? Look at here, the ln, we will divide the equation 2 by equation 1, ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA by RT 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2, and the ln taken as ln, 1 ln means 2.03 log K2 by K1 EA by 2.03 or 1 by T1 1 by T2. So again you cross multiply, you got log K2 by K1 EA by 2.03 and T2 minus T1 by T1 into T2. So this is the equation. Based on this we got the many numerical students, right? And we plot the graph students, ln K1 minus EA by RT1, and this equation again I separate here, ln K1 minus EA by 1 by T1 ln A. So if we write here, the y is equal to mx plus c, ln A is constant, here, constant, c is constant. Y-axis we return ln K1, x-axis is 1 by T1, 1 by T1. M is the slope, is the negative means it move downward direction. EA minus is negative, EA minus EA by RT is negative. Right students? So I hope you understood today's topic students. Thank you so much, and please complete the ASMs and receive the calls. Thank you so much students.